travel or buy Bitcoin? Now, this is a question that I was asking myself before I traveled to four countries recently. I went to Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, and Macau, and I had a good time. Especially in Singapore, I've been interested in Singapore for a long time because of its governance, because of its story of how Lee Kuan Yew took it from a insignificant swamp to a first world country with world class education, infrastructure, and so on. And so before I went on this traveling adventure, I was asking myself, should I really go to these countries or should I just buy Bitcoin? Now, I did spend a good amount of money traveling to these countries, but I had a good time and I had a good experience, and I've seen more and I've experienced more. And I can talk more, how to say, authoritatively about Singapore, about Malaysia, about the countries that I visited. And I had a good time. I had a good time. So I did spend a lot of money, not a lot of money, but a good amount of money in doing these things. And I was asking myself before I traveled, do you really need to travel to these places? Can't you just travel or just enjoy your city or just, do something else or work or whatever and take the money you are going to spend on this rather not very expensive, but, a little bit costly traveling journey and put that money into Bitcoin because, of course, it's going to keep going up. But I finally decided to actually travel and not buy Bitcoin. I'm still buying Bitcoin, but I didn't put the money that I did spend on traveling, I didn't put it into Bitcoin. I put a smaller amount in Bitcoin compared to what I spent traveling to these four countries. And the reason why I did that is because simply um, money is not an end itself in itself. Money is a tool that we use to enjoy life, to have more freedom, to do the things we want, to travel, to spend more time with our families, to spend more time doing the things we want with the people we want to do these things with. And so I thought to myself, why should I become stingy and put all my money on Bitcoin? I mean, I still need to live. I still want to enjoy my life. I'm not going to put everything on Bitcoin and live on water and rice and bread. Of course, I'm not going to do that. I mean, there are some phases in life where you have to do that. I mean, if you are just starting out, if you are completely broke and you are starting to, you want to save up some money so you can, invest and get some money back and build your career or build your skill or whatever. I understand that. And I went through that phase in my 20s, especially in my early 20s. I was broke as fuck. Although I did travel, although not, I didn't spend money, a lot of money when I traveled back then. I used to hitchhike across Morocco. But since then, since I went through all of that and I know what it feels like, and I am at a point in my life where I have the money to spend if I want to travel, I'm going to spend my money on good hotels and good restaurants and good places to go, then I'm not going to stay home and put all my money on Bitcoin because I'm not some nerd or some cheap steak who doesn't do anything except buying Bitcoin. I'm all about investments. I'm all about Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin. But you know what I love more than Bitcoin? I love the things this Bitcoin allows me to do, which is enjoy my life. And that should be your goal from all of this. We are not into Bitcoin because we just want to see number goes up on a screen. That's just a number on a screen. What we want to do is we want to make the best out of what we have. We want to make the best out of our lives. We want to have a good time. Bitcoin helps us save our value, our economic value, so we can do what we want and enjoy our lives better. That's the whole point of Bitcoin. And if you have money, don't put if you I mean if you are not just starting out, if you are not completely broke and you have money, you only live once. You can't put everything on Bitcoin. You gotta buy the car you wanna buy. You gotta travel to where you wanna travel. You gotta have life experiences. Life is not just about saving and investing. There are a lot of other interesting things about life that you need to enjoy and you need to experience. And so that's why I decided not to put all that money into Bitcoin, and I decided to go and travel. And I do enjoy a lot of other, I would call them expensive things. But again, like I've said, we only live once, and I do have a budget that I spend, that I invest into Bitcoin on a monthly basis. And I keep some of the other money to enjoy my life and to do the things I want to do and to have the good things, the nice things that make life worth living. So yeah, that's that. And also, I have to say, before I was into Bitcoin, although I knew the importance of time preference long before I started investing in Bitcoin, because unlike most Bitcoiners, I didn't get into Bitcoin because number goes up, because I saw number goes up. I became interested in Bitcoin from because it was, to me, it was freedom money. I had a libertarian background. I was interested in libertarian money, in non-government money. That's how I got introduced into Bitcoin. And so my whole shtick with Bitcoin started not because I wanted to make money, but because I wanted to be free from governance money and to how to say, to save myself from inflation, to save my savings, to protect my earnings, to protect my money from government's manufactured inflation. That was the main reason. I didn't get into Bitcoin because it was appreciating better than everything else. Actually, that's one of the reasons why I didn't buy Bitcoin as early as I was interested in Bitcoin. I became interested in Bitcoin long before I started buying Bitcoin. Now, I had difficulties buying Bitcoin. One of them was I was broke as fuck, although I still could have bought a whole Bitcoin back in 2016. Um, but like I've said, that was one of the reasons why I didn't buy Bitcoin, because I was interested in it as freedom money, not as an investment. But back to the point, what I wanted to say is that this is a good thing about Bitcoin. It makes you rethink your choices. Whenever I want to spend my money on something, whether it's traveling or some gadget that I want to buy or some useless shit that might interest me at the time, I would think to myself, do I really need this? Is it better to buy this thing, or should I just buy Bitcoin because it will appreciate in a year from now or less, and I will get my ROI will be better than buying this useless shiny object that I'm gonna throw anyway sooner or later. And so this mindset shift has saved me a lot of money because I don't buy a lot of stupid shit that I used to buy or that I would buy impulsively. I would restrain myself from doing that right now. That's why I say Bitcoin changes your behavior, it changes your mindset. It shifts your time preference from high time preference to low time preference. And you would only spend your money on things that are actually important, like life experiences, like investing in your knowledge, in yourself, in your finance, in your body, and in your health. That's the great thing about Bitcoin. So before Bitcoin, maybe I wouldn't have considered whether I should travel or buy Bitcoin. Maybe I would have just thought to myself, yes, I'm going to travel. Yes, I'm going to buy that stupid shit because my money is being devalued anyway at the bank. But now, because I have Bitcoin, I think twice before I buy something or before I spend my money. And that's good. That's actually good. That's good for me and that's good for everybody. So yeah, the point of my video is that Bitcoin shifts your mindset and you start to rethink your financial choices, and that's a good thing. But you should also not be a cheapskate. You should also invest in other things like life experiences, like kind of luxuries. You want to enjoy life, okay? You want to enjoy life. If you are in a phase in your life where you make enough money to both enjoy life and invest in Bitcoin. These two things are not mutually exclusive. You can do them both. If you are just starting out and you are, short of, you don't have a lot of money and you need to save up to have, emergency fund and to start to invest and to, secure your financial future, then yes, maybe you shouldn't travel. Or maybe if you travel, you should do it the way I did it in my early 20s and hitchhike and, spend the least money you can as you travel. That's also a good experience. I did it once and I didn't do it again because I think it's not really, I think it's overrated, to be honest. Yeah, it was fine, but I think it's overrated. But it was a good experience, and I wouldn't have thought that it was overrated if I didn't try it. So that's why now when I travel, I actually spend money on good hotels and shit. So I want to travel with dignity, and I want to travel. And when I travel, I want to be comfortable and I want to enjoy my time. So yeah, if you want to travel, or if you are thinking, should you travel, should you buy Bitcoin? If you have enough money to do both, yes, you should travel. You want to enjoy your life. You want to have good things. You want to have life experiences. You want to see different cultures. You want to get out of your comfort zone. You want to go to other countries. You want to experience new things, and also you want to invest in Bitcoin. But if you are just starting out, yes, delay instant gratification, delay traveling, delay all the luxuries you want to try, maybe grind and work your ass off to make some money to invest in Bitcoin. Once you have a good amount of savings, good amount of investments, and emergency fund, and all this kind of stuff, then maybe yes, you can travel and you can save in Bitcoin as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. This is why I didn't post videos for a long time. I was actually traveling. I didn't have the time or the energy to make videos. And when I came back, I also had to do a lot of other things. So this is the first video I record since I came back from traveling. So I hope to see you guys in the comment section. I hope to hear what you think about what I said. Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Send to a video to a friend or two. I'm trying to grow this fucking channel. Help me out. And see you in the next one. Take care.